Welcome to Biohacking Beauty, your go-to skincare anti-aging podcast. I'm your host, Anastasia.
And I'm your host, Amitai. We're the founders of Young Goose Skincare. And this is part
2.
Of us
Giving unfiltered opinion.
About different topics.
Different beauty trends.
Part 1. I mean, it was supposed to be one part, but we had a lot of opinions.
We talked for 2 hours.
Exactly. So you get it in 2 parts. Again, unfiltered opinions, stuff we text each other about when we're pissed at the influencer saying something ridiculous.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, exactly.
And then we see thousands of people doing it.
Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to hear about it. Yeah, you'll hear about it. So if you really like what we're doing here, head over to younggoose.com. You get 10% off with a coupon code podcast10. Let's get
going. Okay. What's one ingredient you think is widely overhyped right now?
Niacinamide. And it's like when talking about Morpheus 8, I feel bad because it's an Israeli company. Niacinamide, I feel bad because it's an NAD precursor. So it's part of our whatever, right? But Softwave is also Israeli. So niacinamide, which is this darling ingredient in skincare, it's like the score of the skincare formulation problem. First, I think just people are overdoing it. Okay. If you're using 10% niacinamide twice a day, and then you're wondering why your skin is irritating, rapidly aging, not improving, all of those things, kind of that's why. I can go on, but I don't know what your opinion about it.
I feel like niacinamide is very common, and you can find in a lot of products, and it's not a problem unless it's 10% and above. So if you have niacinamide here and there in your skincare formulas and it's at lower percent, it can be beneficial, for different things. For somebody with it can be a good brightener, for example. But then it's one of those. What I'm trying to say, it's an outdated ingredient. It does have some clinical data to it to be helpful, but there are better alternatives now. So you shouldn't look to use skincare with niacinamide. But if you happen to have, let's say, a product that has some niacinamide, don't rush to throw it in the garbage after what you just heard them saying.
That's where I disagree with you.
Okay.
We found a disagreement.
Well, I think niacinamide is great in the right dose and context, and when using products that aren't used on a daily basis.
Oh, that's you got the point there. And here's why I think but the problem is skincare, and that's I talk about it a lot when we talk about, skin prescription skincare, like tretinoin or rapamycin or things that are very extreme and shouldn't be used every day. And niacinamide isn't it doesn't have that associated with it, but people need to know that niacinamide is an NAD boosting molecule, and the research showing it helps anything is because of that NAD boosting. The problem is that it is it's not. I'm going to give an example which just will understand, which would make someone understand the concept. It's like someone taking steroids, because you will be like a man taking testosterone, because then the body is going to make less testosterone. Why? Because niacinamide is the waste material of NAD usage. It's called the Price-Handler pathway. And that basically signals that you used a lot of NAD.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, your body then is going to take that extra niacinamide you gave it and make NAD. But on average, if you used it all the time, it first of all, it's not great at boosting NAD levels for the long term. That's number one. And if you used it every day, your now body's going to kind of balance itself off, and it's going to make less NAD, and it's going to expect those high levels of exogenous niacinamide. So as an ingredient, it's just not a great ingredient. And yes, it doesn't work like, NR or NMN, which we normally formulate with NMN. This is a product that kind of bypasses that signaling issue. It's like directly translated to NAD. It's like instead of like taking a car and stopping at every stop signal and whatever, it's like taking a chopper. You get to wherever you want to the promised land of NAD without needing to stop your natural NAD. I don't know. That was a really bad example. But anyway, niacinamide is a darling molecule. The research showing that it helps is short term, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in petri dishes, in vivo. Again, looking at skin barrier for a short amount of time. Chronic use for a year, for 2 years is counterproductive. And that's one of those ingredients that made people believe they need to cycle through their skincare, like that something works for 2-3 months and then you need to throw it and use a different type of skincare. That is true with those types of ingredients, not with ingredients like, NAD Apex or NAD Noble, which is our older trademark for the system of NAD that we use.
Yeah.
So,
but we have niacinamide in our exfoliant, but since you don't
use it every day. Yeah.
Yeah, since you use it like, I personally use it probably like once in 2 weeks, but even if you use it weekly, it's okay.
And also the type of niacinamide there is kind of it's not like the common niacinamide factor. It has less of that signaling. We're going to come out with a new NAD precursor that works through the Prishandler pathway, but doesn't have any of that signaling at all, which is called MN20, which is great. It allows to create more NAD synthesis without going through that. Orally, there is Biostax, for example, which is which is like a supplement company with a product, I forget, NAD Regen, I think they're called, Nuchido Time.
What about them?
Their companies, 1MNA, they're companies who use ingredients that are they're in the family of niacinamide, but the molecules that they use are molecules that are designed as such not to signal that lowering of natural NAD. Actually, sometimes the opposite. 1MNA increases the amount of NAD your body makes. So, and we do it with one of the ingredients in NAD Apex. So, bottom line, straight up niacinamide, not my favorite molecules.
Okay.
People can see.
Okay. What's something influencers say all the time about skincare that just makes you cringe?
Let's see. Okay. Actually, you go first. I don't know. I need to think about it.
Okay. So I think one of the kind of like the overused advices in that arena would be just drink more water and your skin will glow. I think the reason I'm tired of it is that, first of all, if it was that simple, everybody was doing it, everybody would just not, like, skincare would not exist if water can solve all of our issues, right? And another thing is that just also drinking empty water, it's not going to do anything. You're just going to flush your own like minerals out of your body. You need to, it's not that simple. You have to add electrolytes, etc. And it's just like a very overused advice.
Yeah, it's like they act as if hydration is the answer to mitochondrial decline or collagen loss, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, drinking water is great for your kidneys, your brain, your circulation, but unless you're severely dehydrated, it's not the reason your skin looks dull. Glow comes from inside, from cell turnover, from energy production, from reducing oxidative stress, not just chugging a gallon of water a day.
Yes, I agree. It's definitely a nice wellness habit, but let's stop pretending it can substitute actual, skin or longevity strategy.
Okay. What's one skincare procedure you would never do?
Again, radiofrequency and radiofrequency microneedling, easy.
Okay. If you had to choose just one miracle ingredient that's been completely misunderstood by the industry, what would it be?
One, okay, I would say spermidine. And the reason I'm saying it's misunderstood because half of the videos are people giggling on TikTok about the name.
What about this one lady who I now follow and love? She called it Goose spermies.
Yes,
because
correct.
she was talking about spermidine in our products.
Yes.
And she didn't know they're not sourced from geese.
Yes, exactly. And actually, remember there was even before we came out with spermidine, there was a rumor during the biohacking conference that we produce our products from geese or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, but spermidine is a legit autophagy activator, cleaning out cellular junk, recycling, it's called like a detox pathway, but it's really like a recycling pathway or a rebuilding pathway, which is huge for skin longevity. So that's for me.
Okay. So, all right. Well, oral spermidine is great for systemic benefits, but if you want visible changes in your skin texture or pigmentation, you have to deliver it topically and pair it with other longevity molecules like NAD+. Otherwise, it's just nutrition, not a targeted skin intervention.
Yeah, what we found in skincare is actually that like there's this holy trifecta of actually resveratrol, fermented resveratrol, NAD precursors, and spermidine that works like magic because it's like having the blueprint of a construction crew. You have the people who clean, the people. Like there is a whole analogy around it, but this is to me. Yeah. Anyway, what would be what? I have a question for you. What is one anti-aging shortcut you wish people would stop chasing?
Yeah. Collagen drinks. Collagen drinks are, if it's the only thing that they do for their skin, or honestly, also sometimes I see somebody putting collagen powder in their hot coffee, which doesn't make any sense because it's just gonna degrade it. Like if you guys have collagen powder that you put in your coffee, make sure it's your not hot coffee, your iced coffee or something. Room temperature.
Coffee, I think of Lev.
Yeah, our son loves saying hot coffee. Okay, I think he associates you with hot coffee because it's all you drink at home. Okay, so I think collagen peptides are great as part of your stack, like your skin, health stack. But if it's just the sole investment you're making, it's not going to move the needle. Or even in the sense of if this is the only supplement you quote unquote taking for your skin, I also don't think it's going to move the needle. You're just missing the point. Without protecting those collagen fibers from breakdown with antioxidants, longevity molecules, mitochondrial support, you're basically pouring new bricks into a building that still has termites.
Yeah, it's a good analogy actually. It's important. I think it's one of those things that people think is an optimizing molecule, but it's really more of a deficiency replenishing molecule. So if you're not deficient in those amino acids that comprise collagen and your body breaks collagen peptides down too, then if you're deficient, you're going to see results. If you're not deficient, you're not going to see results.
Yeah.
But
I think in this podcast we do a good, I hope, and judging by the good reviews we're getting on this podcast, I think we do a good job of talking about the inside out and outside in approach. So you need to feed your fibroblasts, and you can do that internally through supplements and proper nutrition, and of course, looking out for proper ingredients in your topicals.
Okay.
Okay, Your turn. What's a skincare habit that people think is helping them, but it's actually setting them back?
I would say over-exfoliating.
I agree.
You know, I understand the need or the want for like smooth, glassy skin. So they, scrub or acid. They use a wash with acid, or exfoliate whatever every day, and that was like a big, I would say, like a big trend in medical grade skincare, 10, 20 years ago. Zoe, Obagi, SkinCeuticals, all of those. And yes, it does make the skin feel soft for a while, but what they're doing in the long run, and very similar to what we spoke about, about niacinamide or things like that, they're thinning out their stratum corneum, so they're the top layer of the skin. So, they're damaging their barrier. They're inviting chronic inflammation. Long term, you're making the skin older rather than younger.
Yeah, 100%. And the irony is that a damaged barrier can make skin look duller and older, which is the opposite of what they're trying to achieve. And yeah, it's like the short-term glass skin look, but hopefully, you know, listeners of this podcast are looking, into their long-term strategy.
Yeah, I agree. So
I think, and we've talked about it before. There is just like it's always this dichotomy of like I want to look good now, right? I have a date now, I have something going on now, so I'm gonna go ahead over exfoliate. I'm gonna look like this glazed donut trend, right?
Yeah.
But what is your skin gonna look like in 10 years? What's the reserves of your
Yeah.
skin and skin barrier? It's not endless.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is one, ingredient that you think is like underutilized in skincare at the moment?
Okay. It's a trick question.
I'm leading the witness.
Yeah, yes. Methylene blue.
What do you, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to say what's the next, but yeah.
Yeah, I think so methylene blue has been on our radar for a really long time. And honestly, methylene blue is part of almost every like biohacker stack for their optimizing their mitochondrial function. Everybody who's really into longevity are into it. I mean, hardly anyone outside of hardcore biohackers is using it for their skin yet. And since the few topical products on the market right now that offer it have it in extremely low concentration, or you have it to make it yourself and risk staining everything blue. But it's such a powerful mitochondrial enhancer. So we have been researching it for a really long time. It protects against oxidative stress, boosts ATP production, and even helps reverse visible signs of photoaging. I mean, our podcast on melasma and hyperpigmentation got so many like follow-up questions, and people thanked us to, talking about things that can help, deal with existing melasma or prevent it. And it's just like, people have accumulated a lot of photoaging. So if there is an ingredient that can help mitigate it, it's very much needed right now for the market. But in topical form, it can really recharge kind of sluggish skin cells when we're talking about methylene blue. So I do think that's next.
Yeah, I think the data around it is fascinating. Whether it is, protecting fibroblasts, from UV damage, stimulating collagen production. It's not sunscreen, but it's really like sunscreen for your mitochondria.
Oh my God,
like.
Be careful.
It's again like this is not medical advice, it's like sunscreen for your mitochondria. That's how I feel. But obviously with added benefits aside from that.
Exactly. Plus, it's synergistic with red light therapy. The light actually amplifies the mitochondrial benefits. So that's why we're so excited about the product. we are looking to launch this year, and
Very soon.
that combines methylene blue with peptides and NAD precursors.
Yeah, that's very cool. I want to.
And we really like also spoiler alert, it's just not another serum. It's something that you can easily integrate into your skincare routine, and it's going to be very cost like what's the word? It's
Cost
not
effective?
cost effective, but it's not going to break anyone's bank.
Yeah,
But
it's going to hydrate the bank. But I would say, it's. I think people can do the math. Like I said, secret spray before, and then we're talking about the product we're going to launch. So, do the math there. I think this is one of those compounds that once people start seeing the results, it can produce. It will become mainstream. It would be a mainstream skin longevity ingredient, like we've predicted about Ectoin or other ones. Anyway, NAD. I want to say something. I think this is a really good. We've done. I don't know how long it's been. I think an hour and a half, and we have more questions to go. We probably will divide this podcast into like two sections. Probably, we can stop. We can edit this out, but I think we should do one more episode after this, and this should be a two.
Okay, how long has it been?
It's 4:07.
An hour and 12 minutes. That's not really for 2 podcast episodes, and I feel like they're very I'm not sure it's going to be enough for 2 episodes.
Okay,
we can try record 2 outros and give Chelsea an option.
2 intros.
2 intros as well. We need 2 intros and 2 outros, so it can become 2 separate podcasts rather than one.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sure. But we have ways to go. So.
But do you want to do the rapid fire question? Or
Yeah.
No?
We're already at rapid fire. Okay, so it can be just a long episode. Okay.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Rapid fire questions. So, what's one skincare myth you wish you would disappear forever? I mean, let me say it again. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No, you don't want to.
1, 2, 3.
What's one skincare myth you wish would disappear forever?
So we're in rapid fire questions now?
Rapid fire questions.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I would say that pores can open and close. For the rest, so they don't have little doors, You can make them look smaller by improving skin elasticity and reducing debris inside the pore, but they're not like tiny windows that you can shut, with cold water for that matter. Again, my favorite trend of dunking your face into ice water.
Yeah. Okay, steam doesn't open them, ice cubes don't close them. It's about the structural proteins and the, build up inside, not the temperature of your tap.
Yeah. Okay, so your turn. What's one product category you think most people are overspending on?
Celebrity skincare lines.
Okay.
Most of them are white labeled formulas in fancy packaging, and you're paying for their PR budget, not performance. Unless there is legit science and data behind it, you're better off investing in a product that funds research, not red carpets.
Oh, yeah. Or if it's an Iranian celebrity, just carpets.
Why?
Because they buy carpets, Iranian carpets, Persian rugs.
Oh my God.
Okay, never mind. Persian rugs. Anyway, okay, I agree with you. I would say, save your money for products that actually signal your cells to change. I'm bombarded, by the way, with Brad Pitt's product line.
Because you're a guy and they're trying to bombard guys.
I would just say he doesn't know how to pronounce the name of his own brand. Okay.
I mean, there's no shortage of celebrity skincare lines, and there isn't groundbreaking research behind them. There isn't anything really forward you know, innovative about them.
You can see like Rode, you know, like Rode, each product of Rode, I know exactly what originally, this is a dupe of another product.
But at the same time with Rode, what I appreciate it's they're very affordable, right? And they're also catered to younger crowd, and it's definitely a stunning branding. It's like the job of like their marketing agency. I think it's been studied in like universities now. It's one of the most successful launches and rises of a skincare company. I am quote unquote rooting for them. Well, they've been already sold for $1 billion. I no longer need to root.
You who were rooting for them, well done.
I no longer need to root for them. But I just think that, okay, there is a place for that. But at the same time, what's good for them, with them at least, they're not trying to say they developed something that's never been done before. They're, you know, they know that they have glorified, I don't know, Aquaphor and CeraVe, and just like a better branding, packaging. But they're also not trying to sound like they're going to change your skin.
Yeah.
They're going to reverse lines. That's not part of their branding. Like their branding is like, you're gonna look hot while using this. And that might be, you know, like judging by who's filming their skincare routines, like for hot people only. I don't know, and young. And it's fine. But it's other skincare companies that they're led by celebrities, that their whole messaging is like, hey, and I'm not going to name those celebrities, but they're like, they reach their 50s, they look great. We all know why they look great. And then they say, and then suddenly they're like, you know what? I have skincare company that I just launched while I'm 50. And then they're trying to attribute them looking great in their 50s to this very new formed skincare company. That is just not factual.
Yeah. Or they have a face wrap with collagen yarn.
Oh my God. Yes, I forgot about that.
The Skims thing.
Yeah.
By the way, it doesn't work. Don't spend money.
No. And it's like, it's really sad. It's sold out. Like it's sold out. So I don't know how many they produced, but I think they produced like thousands or maybe tens of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Maybe hundreds of thousands of this collagen yarn masks that you sleep with, but it suffocates your lymph.
Does many things, by the way. Collagen
drainage.
doesn't absorb. So collagen yarn, I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
Oh, according to them, that's their innovation, biotech
Exactly.
innovation.
Yes, exactly. So the molecule collagen does not absorb into the skin.
I know. But
Whether it is from yarn or I don't know what, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, I wonder if they're going to do all skin clothes now with collagen yarn. Anyway,
that's a good
next
bet.
question.
It's gonna sell for sure. But
And if Kim Kardashian wants to talk about Young Goose, I take everything back.
Exactly.
And she's the best, and this thing works tremendously well. Anyway,
I love that.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're like super unrapid fired, and now we need to rapid fire again.
That is the slowest firing.
Okay, what's one professional treatment that's underrated for skin longevity?
I would say chemical peels. They need to be done strategically. Not like some random. It's not like one and done. It's not a random aggressive peel like once a year, but instead I would say a progressive series of peels that are tailored to what you're trying to achieve in your biology. As example, close to heart, combining glycolic acid at a that's matched to your biology for resurfacing, things like that, right? With copper peptides for the post peel regeneration, and then you get the best of both worlds. You get remodeling plus rebuilding.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So shout out, because obviously we make that product. I just want to make that clear.
Yes.
These are professional peels.
These are professional peels that you can get with professional providers, and we are now all over the United States. So you can probably find a provider in your city, and if not in your city, definitely in your state.
Yes, and we're unprepared today, but there are already, because of you, Anastasia, comments in our rating about different places that people want to get information where they can find providers.
Yes, but
So-
if you shoot an email to service at service@younggoose.com, then with your zip code will help you find provider next to you. Okay.
Let's do one more.
Is there another rapid fire question we have prepared?
Yeah, so for the people who are listening today, if someone could only change one thing about their skincare tomorrow, what would that be?
Okay, so I would say protect your barrier like your life depends on it. Because for your skin's health, it kind of is the foundation of your skin health. And compromised barrier makes every product you own less effective.
Yeah, like feeding the skin barrier and not, I would say, like fighting against it. Like what we mentioned when we said about retinol or tretinoin. That's when your skin barrier is thriving, and that's when all of the biohacks, whether it is methylene blue, red light therapy, NAD, whatever that is, that's when they can actually do their job in the best way.
Yeah.
And that's how you stop chasing quick hacks and whatever that is.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wrap on today's.
One second, I had a
session.
catchphrase.
Okay.
I have a catchphrase. Stop chasing quick fixes and start chasing cell fixes. Okay. I bet at home, people are very excited about what I said right now. I bet there is a coffee mug with that being prepared right now.
Okay. Somebody please send them a entire coffee mug with this.
No, because my mom makes all the coffee mugs and I'm not allowed to use other coffee mugs.
That is also true.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask your mom to make a coffee mug
Okay.
like this.
Thank you guys for sticking around. That was really, really fun. Wouldn't you say?
I think, yeah, it was very eventful.
Yeah, very
We threw a lot of
eventful.
people under the bus.
I would say that we started by saying we will have a lot of disagreements, and we didn't have any disagreements.
No, we had one about
Yeah.
niacinamide.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't count. Anyway, so if you like what we're doing here, don't forget to give us a what's it called? Give us a
Give us a review. Yeah?
review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you're listening. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We answer them most of the time. Today, we didn't have time to do that. If you really, really like what we're doing here, or if you're interested in the way that we think and what does it mean in product production or product formulation, head over to younggoose.com. You get 10% off with code podcast10, and you're going to get the best products known to man.
Yeah. And we...
Do you want to read
we
what do you
should-
want to do?
Yeah, we should be reading listeners' reviews. And
No,
sometimes
that's
we
at the
do,
beginning. In
and
the end, we
sometimes-
should read listeners' questions.
Yes, I want to read the review.
Go ahead, read the review, break the rules.
So we received this review that just is really, really touched me, really moved me.
Oh, I thought you were going to read something like, I want to read a review. Okay, this podcast is good. No?
No, it's a little bit longer than that.
Okay.
So it goes, I probably have listened to every single episode at least twice.
Wow.
I'd say that this podcast would be very informative and great guides for anyone that is already in charge of their wellness or someone that has only begun and needs some guidance in navigating this sea of skin and health optimization in general. The guests and the hosts are truly inspiring and passionate about instilling and promoting healthy habits. I noticed that every time I listen to these episodes, I actually end up implementing and trying out new health strategies. So this podcast had a great impact on my life. I can't recommend it enough.
Wow.
Yeah, we received it in April 2025. If it helps you, dear listener, to somehow. And it's by Erie, and then there's a lot of numbers. But
I would
dear
say,
Erie,
yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah, and if you're motivated to even top that with an even greater review, You should, follow your heart.
Yes, but also if you don't have so many good things to say, even just one word review would be helpful.
Yeah, and
Even if you just say awesome,
yeah,
I listened to it, that will still be helpful.
pretty good.
Yeah, so if you leave us a review, that really helps us reach more people. So please take a moment and leave a rating and review. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Anyway, obviously we're gonna be here next week as well. This has been a very fun podcast to do.
Yeah.
And we'll see you here next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.